Welcome to Cary, North Carolina, WakeMed Soccer Park, Salem Stadium for USL Championship action. North Carolina FC so good at home, 9-4-7. They welcome in the very young Atlanta United 2 with just 3 wins. And as we take a look at the USL Championship standings coming into this one, you see North Carolina FC in 4th place, just 3 points away from tying Martin Rennie and Indy 11. And hello, everybody. I'm Dean Linke. Always great to be with my MLS and college champion, Jason Gary. And Jason, at home, Dave Sarakin's team has been outstanding.
Yeah, they really have. In this USL season, so important to get things done at home. They've been very good. All ties, all wins here at home. Haven't lost a game yet. They're going to look to do that again tonight. We
got a new human highlight reel now in Yamakani Chester. When you take a look at the goal he scored against Loudoun United, it was amazing.
It sure was. And Yamakani Chester, so dangerous, so much speed and technical ability. Let's check out this goal. Steals the ball at midfield, just plays the ball past the guy, uses speed, rides the challenge, so strong. And how about this for a finish from way outside the box? What a finish from him. We'll see it again here. Great anticipation there, just seeing the ball, plays it past the defender. The defender tries to foul him, drags him, but he gets his head up. Such composure to put that ball in the side netting. What a finish from Mr. Chester.
The fans absolutely love him. Meanwhile, Atlanta United, to a very young team, Bienveni Kanakamana scored 2 in his last game.
Absolutely similar to Yamakani Chester. He's got speed to burn, great technical ability. He can make things happen on the offensive side of the ball. North Carolina FC has to know where he is at all times because he can do something special at any part of the game.
Speaking of special, we got some special fans here at WakeMed Soccer Park, Salem Stadium. Declan McCann, it's his birthday. The Lincecums are here as well. So are the Swifts. We'll have North Carolina FC, Atlanta United 2 coming up after this.
Disaster can strike at any moment. But fortunately, Strategic Systems has got your back. If your data has been compromised, disaster recovery services from Strategic Systems will have you up and running in no time. Your data is critical. Protect it.
Back on the road. Back in the saddle. Back to the land. Back in the game. Back in the swing of things. Back in the groove. WakeMed Orthopedics, the exceptional care you need to get back your life.
Continental tires are built for the road, connecting you to all of life's adventures. Whether you drive to live or live to drive, Continental tires deliver the performance you need to tackle those adventures with confidence. Continental Tire, for what you do.
A month from now, you'll be a little older. A year from now, you'll be a little wiser. Will you be stronger? Your best is not behind you. Look forward.
Welcome back to Salem Stadium, WakeMed Soccer Park, Cary, North Carolina. Dean Linke along with Jason Gary. Delighted to be with you for Saturday Night Soccer, USL Championship style. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. We'll start with the home team, North Carolina FC, a 4-1-4-1, Jason Gary.
Absolutely. We see Naz Abadawi, see what he can bring. Recently coming back to the team, excited. Everyone in North Carolina is excited to have him back. Donovan Iwolo, it'd be interesting to see, can he hold down that center striker position? Can he be the guy that holds the ball up to bring those very talented attacking players into the game?
That's the starting lineup for North Carolina FC. Meanwhile, this Atlanta United 2 team that has 4 academy players starting, 1 academy player on the bench.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the big key is Dylan Castanera, the goalkeeper. He's seen a lot of action, he's had some very good performances, but he's going to be tested well tonight. And also seeing Andrew Carlton, number 30, playing up on that right-hand side of forward. Very, very, very talented. Can he put it all together? Can he make an impact here tonight?
All right, so excited to be with you. As you see, Coach Glass, he actually spent some time with the Carolina Railhawks. The last time this club actually won a championship, he was part of the roster.
Absolutely, he's an experienced coach at every level, youth level, up to now getting a chance here in the USL with Atlanta United. His main job, though, is to develop these players to feed into Atlanta United's MLS team. But make no mistake about it, he wants to get results, he wants to get wins, and he's got to put a good team out there tonight to see if they can do it.
Talk about results. Dave Sarakin, man of integrity, we knew that. But this man is winning games with a team that has had players come and go. He's getting it done.
He really is, and a new experience for him in the USL, having a mix and match his roster, but he's put together a very strong, deep, talented roster, and it shows. They're fourth in the standings, and they're looking to make a push and win a championship.
All right, we're underway. North Carolina FC in their familiar home blues. Atlanta United 2 in their visiting whites. And here we go. And, you know, you talk about what they're doing at home. This is a game where Dave Sarakin was pretty wide open about the fact this young team that hasn't won in a couple months, in talking about Atlanta, he said North Carolina FC has got to get 3 here.
Yeah, they got to get 3, and they got to put their stamp on the game early and show Atlanta United, hey, we're going to make things happen. You're not going to come in here and play with us. We want to dominate the game from the opening whistle. They've got the experienced players to do it. See that man, Stephen Miller, getting on the ball early.
Stephen Miller playing the right side. Chester on the left side. Picked off in the back. Donovan Iwolo, Jason Gary, who has played right midfield, left midfield. After Marius Lomas went out with the injury, and Lomas was having such a great year, the job that Iwolo has done, even back to goal, has been phenomenal.
Yeah, that's where he's got to be good here tonight. He's got to be able to hold the ball up, occupy those 2 center backs in order to bring the Ben Speeses, the Dre Fortunes, the Yamakani Chesters into the game. He's got to be able to hold it up. He's done a very good job in those first few games. We'll see what he can do here tonight.
Chester, a turnover. And here comes Atlanta United 2. Down the right side, and Chester after the turnover with the foul. And that's one of the things you've got to keep an eye on, is that's Patrick Okonkwo, number 35. And boy, Coach Glass was high on him.
He sure was. Big physical presence as a center forward. He's going to be asked to do the same thing as Iwolo is for North Carolina FC. Can you occupy the 2 center backs? Can you hold the ball up? Can you bring others into play and then get in the box and finish, son?
So a free kick opportunity coming over for Atlanta United 2 is number 30, Andrew Carlton, a player that Jason Gary already told you about. We're in the 3rd minute. Free kick opportunity, Ben in, off the head of Guillen. Guillen's been so versatile, so valuable for this North Carolina FC team. Chester wins it back. We'll give it to Ben Spees. What a ball! Spees to Miller. Miller's got Fortune on one side. Iwolo's coming with him. Miller going to try to play it to himself and denied. I guess he just couldn't find the angle, Jason Gary, to perhaps cut the ball back.
Yeah, lots of credit, though, to Guillermo Benitez, the left back. He pitched all the way over. He did a great job. He almost baited Stephen Miller into taking that ball to his left foot, his weaker left foot. Great job of the left back from Atlanta United there, Guillermo Benitez.
Kana Kamana, 29, had it for a moment. He'll make a run, doesn't get it. And there is Benitez, who made that big defensive play. Now on the attack for Atlanta United 2. Taylor, little spin. Now, it is worth mentioning that North Carolina FC lost a tough game against Pittsburgh, and because they've had so many injuries, they actually started with 3 in the back. They made the switch at halftime, Dave Sarakin told me, back to 4. Thought about staying with the 3, but decided to move Guillen over. Victor Igbekoy, learning a little bit about playing center back, gets the start, but what a physical presence.
Yeah, he's a huge physical presence. Used to playing in that deep-lying midfield role, kind of a destroyer in the midfield. And center back is a lot about positioning, so he's got to grow into that and learn to that. I'm sure they drilled him well this week during training.
DJ Taylor, Stephen Miller. Touch gets away from him. They push it forward. Carlton will get it out wide. This team with 4 academy players under 18 years old in the starting lineup. as Kendall Edwards, Brandon Claggett, Will Vint, Will Riley, all under 18.
Think about it, those under 18 players. What an opportunity to play against grown men here in the USL. That's what I love about this league. The variance of the teams and the players and the opportunities for so many players here now to show what they can do.
Kendall Edwards, I'm going to zone in on him, especially with Kirk Johnson sitting here, because Kendall Edwards is going to play for NC State, George Kiefer next year. That's a nice pickup for George Kiefer at NC State, who's got NC State back on the map, by the way.
Sure does. And Kendall Edwards, big center back. We'll see him in that right center back role here tonight for Atlanta United.
Well, you think about it, Jeremy Kelly actually played a little bit as an amateur for North Carolina FC. He's now a senior at North Carolina, so we've seen it done before, and now we're seeing it with Edwards. Flag is up, offside. Iwolo spun just a little bit too early.
A little bit too early, but good look there from Mick McCoy. Long ball from the center back.
Here's Kendall Edwards. Well, he does not look like a young man who's just entering college, does he? Stephen Miller. We've seen Stephen Miller talk about versatility as we've covered. He's played left side this year quite a bit as well, but last few games back on the right side. I think he's more comfortable over there.
Yeah, I think he is too. He can get that right foot whipping in those balls, getting in the back post, trying to score goals. You're right, such a versatile player. Can virtually play any position on the outside of the field. I'm sure you can put him at center back and he'd be fine, but he can be right back, left midfield, left midfield, and up top. So it's been great for this team.
Nasby Abadawi playing more of the holding mid in this 4-1-4-1. He's going to sit a little more. How about Coach Glass just picking that off right away? He knew exactly what Dave Sarakin was doing.
He did.
Turnover, a little bit of sloppy play so far for North Carolina FC. Miss hit, it'll come back to Alex Tambakis, who, by the way, he's been outstanding, but Darren McLeod against Loudoun United, 2 massive first half saves. I asked Dave Sarakin about it yesterday, and he said it's really a nice luxury. They kind of call themselves the goalkeeper club, and he feels like he can go to either one of them.
That's great to have him as a coach and know that your goalkeeper core is solid.
Miller keeps it alive. Oh, my! Donovan Iwolo, and how about North Carolina FC?
Dean, now that is the start that we were waiting for. What a finish from Iwolo, doing the job of a center forward. Watch this. Ball gets whipped in, cleared initially by Atlanta United, but stays with it. It's been Spees, I think, with the header. What an incredible header from him. Just puts it in a dangerous spot. And Iwolo being alert on the back line, off the shoulder of the defender. Watch this. He's ready. Spin and rip it, son. Look at that. What a finish.
He was on.
He was ready.
He was onside, too, though.
He was.
You could see Atlanta thinking he was offside, but Edwards actually kept him on. And how about that? He shows the heart, and you got to love the heart of this young man, Donovan Iwolo.
Yeah, that's a huge goal early in this game. Will build his confidence and have North Carolina FC off and running.
Give it back to Carlton. We'll see how much it opens up early against this young team. Claggett will get it back. Guillen. Chester doing the defensive work. We'll find Miller. Iwolo's onside again. He had made a good run, but Miller checks it back. As a center forward, and because you're here, I was watching Iwolo. He came back, was going to go right between the 2 center backs.
He made a good run, but I think it was a good idea, though, from Stephen Miller. It would have been a tough ball to play, but it was a great run from Iwolo, giving him an option. It's good stuff from North Carolina. See the movement's excellent.
Ben Spees pops it to the speedy Chester. We showed you his highlight to start the show. Guillen. Rarely does he get a chance to score, and the left foot not on frame.
I'll tell you what, though, that's what a left fullback dreams of. Finding his way, the top of the box, it rolls out to him. He just didn't hit it cleanly. almost like that when he's got to try to go across the ball to give it that other spin the other way instead of the way he hit it.
Good job stepping in, Victor Igbekoy. Dre Fortune, he can hit it here, folks. Get ready! The save. You knew it was coming. Nazmi Abadawi. Now back to Sam Brotherton. New Zealand national team. Here's Dre Fortune again. Ben Spies is everywhere.
Whoa.
Spies! Back across, trying to find Miller.
Oh, that little shimmy from Ben Spies over there on the sideline.
That shimmy, his touches, the header, I mean, all season long, it's been great.
He's been unbelievable for this team. He really has. And when I say that, he's offside. No, but Ben Spies, he really has been a revelation for this team. From the first game of the season, just on point, creating things in the midfield. He's a tireless worker. You know you're going to get 100% from him, but he has just been excellent with the goals, the assists, and just the movement in the midfield that sometimes he doesn't get credit for, but it opens up passing lanes and running lanes for other players. He's
pretty much been automatic for Dave Sarakin in the starting lineup as the flag is up offside against Atlanta. Ben Spies leads the team with 20 games played. Only Stephen Miller has also played 20 games. That's how consistent Spies has been.
It's a write him into the lineup every week. His play has been that good.
Dre Fortune almost made it 2-0. That's Fortune with a beautiful ball to Taylor. Taylor's got Iwolo just around the 6. Headed away. Guillen comes forward. Guillen, good header to Chester. Yamakani Chester now back to Dre Fortune. Dre Fortune, pretty good ball into Miller. Miller runs into trouble. Miller, Iwolo was open there, Jason Gary, as 4 white jerseys were around Iwolo.
And I think Miller was just trying to get the ball out of his feet. Iwolo was wide open. And see here, just with Atlanta United too, you got to be aware of the counter. If they're able to counter quickly, they've got a lot of speed up top.
That's going to roll out of bounds. It'll be a throw in back to Atlanta. And after a couple sloppy passes for North Carolina FC, they're almost toying right now with Atlanta.
Yeah, the movement's been excellent from North Carolina FC. All over the field, lots of options for the player with the ball.
Better work here now from Atlanta United 2. But really not going anywhere though, right, Jason?
Yeah, and it's comfortable for North Carolina FC right now. The ball's in front of the center backs, in front of the midfielders. Force a long ball here, it should be one. It's like a great ball there.
Yeah, great ball. Flag stays down, and that's the right call, but Brotherton very calm right there, didn't panic at all, just swept it and kept it.
You see the danger though there, Dean. It's Bienveni kind of Kamana making that run, trying to get behind the back line. He's got that speed.
Abadawi, not a good ball from him, taken away. Shifty little move by Atlanta United 2. Brandon Claggett. And it'll roll out of bounds, too much dribbling. It'll come back to North Carolina FC. They lead at 1-0. A beautiful goal for Dave Sarakin's team by Donovan Iwolo. Jason, simply put, you spend 5 minutes with Dave Sarakin and you like Dave Sarakin. It's that simple.
Yep. He's just done such a good job, instilled some confidence in this team, some belief. Good run here from Miller.
Miller, perfect. Oh, Iwolo, they'll call him offside as he tries to crank it up. Good tackle anyway. I'm not sure about that. I thought he timed that pretty well.
I thought he did. I think he wanted it one step earlier. We'll see it here. Stephen Miller, I think he wants the ball right now. And Stephen Miller gets it with that left foot. Ooh, that's close, isn't it?
I think
maybe a half step.
I think he's on.
It's a good run, though, from Iwolo again. I like this from North Carolina FC. Just force them to play out. See if Atlanta United can play out with the pressure with an inexperienced team. And there you go. You get the turnover.
Well, you think about Atlanta United, obviously they had a crazy barn burner against LAFC, who's been dominant, but of course Atlanta United at MLS, the reigning MLS champions. What an organization.
Oh, they've done a great job. Just built the whole thing, and just a passion for the team in the city already, just a few years old, an expansion franchise. Got this team now, Atlanta United 2, they're developing young players. It's all across the board, great job from them. Really setting the standard in MLS.
Fortune, good ball to Chester. Here's Abadawi.
Oh, great ball.
Miller! Time! And how about North Carolina FC? It's 2-0.
Nazmi Al-Badawi's back in the building, Dean. Great finish from Miller. Dre Fortune, all smiles, but watch this pass. I think it's almost a no-look pass from Al-Badawi. He doesn't even look at, boom. Great on the foot finish from Stephen Miller. Doesn't get any better than that. The vision, the run from Stephen Miller. Good interception by Chester here. And then Nazmi Al-Badawi doing what he does best, finding the open player. What a ball and a good finish from Stephen Miller to the far post.
Second assist in just 7 games for Nazmi Abadawi. Stephen Miller now with 6 goals to go with his 4 assists, as Miller having himself a really USL Championship first 11 type season.
Yeah, absolutely. Part of this game that's developed so well is that finishing ability, Dean. He's putting the ball in the back of the net, taking advantage of his opportunities. That was a clean, composed finish from him.
Here's Guillen. Dre Fortune. Fortune's confidence soaring with every game. Abadawi staying with it. Chester ready. Chester now gets away from him. Just a little bit too heavy. Chester comes back.
It's good defensive work from Chester, but he just got to learn as he plays more and more games, the time to take the player on and the time to keep the possession and move the ball around the field again. I think that was a time he needed to keep possession.
Throw in for Atlanta United 2. Spees just a second late.
Yeah, I think he got fouled, Stephen Miller, there after he just picked the pocket of Benitez, the left back.
Brotherton, 18 minutes in, 2-0. North Carolina FC, undefeated at home. Guillen to Chester. Chester will touch it. It'll be a corner kick, North Carolina FC.
The ball again from Guillen. Good run from Chester.
Carolina gives you the chance to win up to $100,000 in 5 minutes. Visit nclottery.com to find out where you can play.
The Dre Fortune can draw up here on the corner kick. He serves a great ball. Brotherton's up from the back. Guillen, some big targets there for North Carolina FC. No one really on the front post either for Atlanta United.
Dre Fortune serve a great ball. Near post or far post, punched out of there. Fortune.
The ball.
Chester. He's not able to turn and shoot. Spees far side. Iwola and Miller! Time again! How about North Carolina FC? It's 3-0.
Man, Dean, we had a great view from it. From up here, we had a perfect angle. Players crashing on the back post. This is a fantastic ball right here. Good stuff here from Chester. Just holding it up, plays it back. This has been Spees again. Just picks out the far post. What a ball. And this is a great touch from Iwolo. Puts it on a platter for Stephen Miller to tap it in the back of the net. Look at this ball, though, from Spees. Great ball across from Iwolo. Simple as you like.
Boy, as a center forward, you'll take those, right?
Man, that's what dreams are made of as center forwards.
3-0 shot from distance. Tambakis will leave it. Let's get you caught up now statistically. Iwolo, 3 goals on the season. That assist gives him 4 assists. Stephen Miller now 7 goals on the season to lead the team, 1 ahead of Marius Lomas. And then you've got Nazmi Abadawi, who picked up his 2nd assist. So Stephen Miller, now your team leader in goals with 7.
Yeah, and really it's a clinic right now. Atlanta United 2 just not putting up much of a fight. There were 3 people unmarked on the back post on that last goal. Somehow, I know it's a mix and a match of players, a lot of young players. They've got to figure out a way to play a little bit more defense, maybe a little bit more compact, give up some of the ball, but runners are going free for North Carolina FC all over the field right now.
How about these runs? Yeah, exactly. How about these runs that North Carolina FC are making? Guillen will bring it back to Brotherton. Victor Igbekoy has not had to do a whole lot so far, Jason Gary.
Absolutely. And you think of your coach Dave Sarakin, assistant coach John Bradford, you got to love this, coming out, taking advantage of the opportunity of a young team, of a somewhat disorganized team as we've seen so far defensively, but just being ruthless and putting the ball in the back of the net, not letting them hang around at all.
Brotherton, Guillen. Guillen stays with it. This is one of those games where the defenders, they start to get interested, right? They want to push forward and get involved in this.
I want to go on the score sheet.
Good ball over the top, but slowing down there, though, was Okonkwo. He did not stay with it, and Tambakis will give it to Brotherton. Brotherton, I've been impressed with the balls he's been serving so far. Abadawi back to Igbekoy. Guillen now to Fortune, back to Guillen. Remember, we came on the air, we showed you the USL Championship standings. North Carolina FC just 3 points south of Indy 11, who will be here next weekend. Martin Rennie, always fun when he returns. That game will mean so much. Iwola was offside that time, they had it right. But that game against Indy 11 will be a big game here at WakeMed Soccer Park.
Yeah, it'll be huge. 2 teams right next to each other in the standings. And Indy 11, I believe, has a couple games in hand as well. So it's a massive game for both of those teams.
Select is the official ball supplier of the USL Championship and many of the finest leagues in the world. Since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit SelectSportAmerica.com. Into the offensive third, Atlanta United 2, down 3-0 early on, just 23 minutes in. Carlton trying to serve it in off the head of Igbekoy. It'll fall to the feet of Atlanta United. Kevin Barajas, and a push from behind, no whistle. And Dre Fortune.
Yeah, I thought it was a push too from up here. I think Abadawi extended those arms. No call from the referee. Boy, now Atlanta, they just got to get better in transition right now. Wide open all over the field. It's a good run again from Yamakani.
Yamakani Chester waiting on Guillen. That was Fortune who served that great ball. Jason, I'm telling you, it's so great to have you back from maternity leave. You're crazy, man. 4 beautiful kids under 7 years old. But while you're away, Dre Fortune has brought the level. Remember, we saw glimpses of it? He's brought it all back.
Yeah, the past 2 years we've seen glimpses, just never sustained it. He's been excellent here so far tonight, playing with some confidence now too, Dean, I think.
Spees. Miller's got a brace already. Abadawi and Iwolo manhandled Miller, hat trick! No! Just missed it.
Oh, what a ball, though. The passing from North Carolina FC has been just exquisite. Look at Ben Spees again involved. This little give and go, Abadawi. What a ball in, little third man pass. Great hold up play by Iwolo. Oh, and Stephen Miller, he wants it back. Goalkeeper was committed, a little chip over the goalkeeper right there, maybe.
All the way back to Tambakis. Here's Brotherton. 24 minutes in. DJ Taylor. Jason, as starts goal, can you ask for a better start right now?
Absolutely not. Just the pace, the movement, the finishing, it's all been very, very good. See these runs. Everything's available from North Carolina FC right now. Atlanta United, seems like they've just got to play man marking. They've got to get players on a body and not allow free runners right now.
That was a tough trap for Fortune to try to make it. He still almost pulled it off to Abadawi. 25 minutes in. Oak City supporters over in the Boneyard making some noise. They'll be doing that all game long.
I'm sorry, Dean. I feel a little bit for the midfielders and the defenders for Atlanta United, too. There's no real runs from the attacking players. They have no option when they get the ball, so they're just forced to try things like this, and it's just not coming off for them. There's no runners off the ball. There's very little movement for Atlanta United, too, right now. There's a little frustration there, I think, from a center forward. Conquo kicked that ball out of the stadium.
He did. Deep. Igbekoy. Beautiful night. There were some dark clouds early on, but they've gone away, and just perfect night for soccer now, Jason Gary.
Absolutely. Couldn't ask for a better summer night here in North Carolina. Fans are getting their money's worth, too. 3 goals early.
Igbekoy. Might be another secret weapon for Dave Sarakin, his work at center back. Of course, Alex Kamsia took a shot to the face. It's going on now almost a month. They thought he was going to be back a little bit sooner. I talked to him in training a couple days ago, and he feels like he's going to be cleared in just a couple days. Kamsia and Brotherton, those youngsters, but tell you what, Igbekoy stays in there. He's got a physical presence, and they start building some rhythm back there. It might be hard for Kamsia to get.
And that's what you want as a roster, right, Dean? You want players that you bring off the bench to be able to compete for a starting spot, and Alex Kamsia, when he comes back, he's going to have to show it in training. Dave Sarakin in a great spot to have some choices all over the field. Austin DeLue is on the bench again tonight.
How about this look right here? North Carolina FC. Look at the pressure as you see Atlanta United, too, trying to spread out their center backs to play it out of the back, and North Carolina FC said that's not happening. Little flick. DJ Taylor gets to it first, and Igbekoy wins it back to Tim Bacchus. Second and third balls won by Atlanta United 2. Chester with another foul. So for me, Jason Gary, I like the joy that Chester plays with. He's not perfect all the time, but just the joy he plays with.
Yeah, he's just got that special ability. It's all in the goal he scored a few weeks ago from midfield. You just want that kind of a player. He has to have confidence. When he has confidence, he's playing with confidence, he can do some special things. But he's doing the work defensively, which I'm sure is what Coach Dave Sarakin is going to demand from him. If he's going to be on the field, we love the offensive spark, but you got to do the work defensively as well. Here we go.
Here we go. Right on cue. Chester over to Miller. Miller joining in is Nazmi Abadawi. Abadawi has to track back just a little bit. Abadawi, pretty good ball, but picked off. It'll go back to Atlanta United 2.
Here's who's willing to make a run for Atlanta United. Willing to get forward, try to get back into this game.
It's going to be tough for Atlanta United too. Dave Sarakin's teams are so disciplined. If there's going to be a game where perhaps North Carolina FC could have a little lapse on discipline, it's a game like this where everybody's running forward, having a good time. But Dave Sarakin, the principles of defending with this team has been solid.
I'd say, Dean, you let somebody take a little break tonight and see what happens at halftime with Dave Sarakin. There'll be a sub. But no, I think you're right that the way they're playing so far, just wide open, good runs off the ball. And they're being honest defensively as well. They're getting back in numbers. Atlanta United, to be fair, are not really pressuring them much, but getting back in numbers and surrounding the ball. Good stuff from North Carolina FC on both sides.
Fortune is going to bring it over to Taylor. Now Abadawi. Abadawi. Iwolo. Miller. Hat-trick time again denied. Sitting on 2. Chester. Good little fake. Couldn't take a shot. Iwolo way offside. And he knows it. way offside. That's twice, though. Miller going for the hat trick.
Yeah, 2 opportunities for Stephen Miller, but Donovan Uwolo, you got to know if Naz Al-Badawi is going to get the ball in the middle of the park. Get yourself on side. You'll have a chance to score a goal. He'll find you.
Fans, you can follow North Carolina FC and the rest of the USL Championship all season long on ESPN Plus, home to the USL, MLS, UFC, and more. Join the over 2 million sports fans who have already discovered ESPN Plus and watch the championship live every week. Sign up today at espnplus.com. Checking all the way back, Miller takes it away, but Miller with the foul. It'll stay with Atlanta United 2. Donovan Uwolo, Stephen Miller with 2. Those are the goal scorers. 3-0 North Carolina FC. 31st minute. Good ball. Tambakis had it read. Boy, Tambakis seems on point too, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's alert off his line. It was a good effort there by Will Riley, center midfielder for Atlanta United 2. It's a little bit too much on the ball.
Absolutely zero pressure right now on Igbekoy, and this is from a team that's down 3-0. 31st minute. Al-Badawi over to Taylor. Al-Badawi back to Brotherton. Safety first, he'll come back to Tambakis.
Yeah, this is fine from North Carolina FC. Keep the ball, moving around the back, look for the opportunity.
Igbekoy will use Taylor. Taylor quickly trying to find Miller. Turnover. We'll see if Atlanta can do anything with it. That's a pretty good ball. Onside, DJ Taylor. He's got to catch up. Taylor, good tackle. Tambakis got a piece of it, and it'll stay with Atlanta United 2. Carlton runs right into Guillen. Spees will clean it up. Spees, side of his foot. Look at Uwolo. Checking back, he was fouled, and he'll get the call. That's what Donovan Uwolo's been doing.
Yeah, that's great stuff from him. Held it off, drew the foul. Again, good defending from Aaron Guillen in the corner. Picked the pocket there of Andrew Carlton. Just see how dangerous they could be on the counterattack, Dean, with some speedy players up front. Atlanta United 2 there. Made a little difficult for Tambakis. Had to make a little bit of a save there.
DJ Taylor. Trey Fortune, 33rd minute. Side of the foot. Ben Spees is open. Spees is gonna switch it. Good patience here, up 3-0, 33rd minute. Whole lot of soccer left. I gotta be honest with you, Jason Gary, I was thinking USA Thailand Women's World Cup a few minutes ago, right? When it was 3-0.
They were off and running, but you see Atlanta United, they're not gonna pressure, they're not gonna high pressure. Pretty compact too. There's only about 20 yards separating the defenders from the center forwards. Giveaway there though from North Carolina FC.
Igbekoy could not take that pass clean. Drop back. Chance to crank one from distance. Deflected and in. Wow, brilliant shot and a finish. Will Vint, one of the 4 academy players starting, gets the deflection and in. You said it, goal. Atlanta United 2.
Yeah, it's a great strike here from Will Vint. Great first touch, prepares it, says why not. Took a little deflection there. Yep, off of Aaron Guillen, put some spin on that ball. Nothing Alex Tambakis can do about it. I think it comes off of Guillen's hip or knee. Yep, big deflection, doesn't matter. Great strike from Will Vint, getting on the score sheet tonight. Good finish from him.
Look at those youngsters. You can just see it in their faces as well. 18 and younger. Will Vint with the goal.
And credit to him too. Down 3-0. scores a goal, doesn't run off celebrating, says, hey, get the ball, let's get back, and let's try to get back into this game. Credit to the young man for that.
Well said. Here's Fortune, Chester.
See if that sparks Atlanta United too a little bit as well. See if they do a little bit more pressing, a little bit more motivation.
Abadawi. Naz Abadawi, for me, looking more like Naz Abadawi in this game. He's been solid. You know what I mean by that. He was such a fan favorite here, such a great player, was with FC Cincinnati, came in, and even to use Dave Sarakin's words, not my words, which mean nothing, Dave said, still waiting to see what we know we can see, and we're starting to see a little more of it.
Yeah, well, I think the big thing is he went to Cincinnati and just wasn't playing all season. You know, not getting an opportunity to play, especially not 90-minute, long-term, big pressure game. So now that he's getting back in the lineup, getting back in the swing of things, I think he will be strong throughout this, into this season, into the postseason. I feel like he's really going to grow into this season.
Ian taken down.
Fans, it's time for another Alpaca free kick.
Ben Spees pushed forward. Atlanta United flex it
wide
out
open.
wide, yep. And Taylor, let's see if they end up finding it. Miller gives it back to Taylor. Good turn, Spees, denied. Iwolo, and a whistle called against Iwolo. And another dangerous shot opportunity. It could easily be 5-6 to 1.
Yeah, again, watch this little turn. Great first touch from Ben Spees. Little spin turn, good hit, good save in the end there by Castanera. And it was a foul on Iwolo.
Dylan Castanera has come up big. There's Iwolo, thumbs up. There's Coach Glass. I was surprised by how positive he was, just in the sense that it's not easy what he's doing, right? Players coming and going up to the big team, down to the academy up, but he was all about it.
Yeah, he loves the developmental side of it, and that's what they're trying to do with these players, is develop them. So they have a chance with the first team.
Of course,
right, he doesn't know who he's going to have from week to week.
Of course, he spent quite a bit of time at TFC with former assistant coach DeJuan Bader.
Section 308 getting buy one, get one offer tomorrow if the goal is scored on any Alpaca free
And of
kick.
course, TFC now merged as part of this massive club, North Carolina FC Youth. Atlanta United 2. Able to pull one back here. 4 goals in the first half. And that'll roll all the way out of bounds. Dave Sarakin, John Bradford, Nick Platter, Clint PA, solid coaching staff. Chester gets the whistle. The referee does not seem too interested in having an Atlanta United 2 assistant coach barking out comments. Here's Brotherton. Brotherton trying to find DJ Taylor, far side, turnover, going the other way. DJ Taylor using that speed to track back. North Carolina FC gets plenty of players behind the ball.
And here's the key for North Carolina FC, just force Atlanta United to break you down. Force them to do something special, be organized defensively. They're doing right now.
Will Vint, the goal scorer, comes all the way back to play it over to Wesley Dekas. And now Ten Bacchus will clean it up. We're in minute 40 of an exciting first half 3-1 North Carolina FC on top.
And Atlanta United 2 playing with a little bit more excitement here, a little bit more pressure, a little pep in their step after that goal.
Stay with us at halftime. We'll take a look around news and notes of USL. Halftime partly produced by the great Brian Ware. Here's Tambakis over to Brotherton.
Got to go long with that one, Dean.
Cleaned up by Miller. You're right.
I mean, there's too much pressure there. Just the outlet long, give Wolo or Chester a chance to go up and win it at midfield. That's a good ball for Fortune.
Chester's on it. Chester, little step over, back with it again. The crowd loves him, folks, I'm telling you. Chester will win it back. Ankle breaker.
No, I wouldn't want to try to defend those step overs. This is better here for North Carolina FC. Keeps in possession, move from side to side, look for those little runners, get your combination passing going again. Gotten away from that a bit the past 5 or 10 minutes.
Miller turns it over. Numbers are good here for Atlanta United 2. Remember, it's 3-1 now. Open on the left side. Tambakis tries to close it down, and it's 3-2. And here comes Atlanta United, as it's the man we opened the show with. Bienveni Kanakamano has made it 3-2.
I'll tell you what, Dean, we talked about it, the counter-attacking ability of this team with the speed. And Kanakamana, he's the one that finishes this. This is a great ball, though. Just brings in Igbokoye there, and it's a good finish. Keeps it low, right through Tambakis' legs, I believe, in the back of the net. And this is a totally new game. From 3-0, completely comfortable, now to 3-2 right before halftime. Coach Dave Sarkin is not going to be happy with this second half performance, the second part of the first half performance. Excuse me.
I got a massive crew in the South Suite. They're all asking me, hey, we're going to see a lot of goals. Eric Haas was wondering, hey, is it going to be 0-0? How about that? 5 goals here in the first half. Miller over to DJ Taylor. Nasbi Abadawi. Guillen looking for Abadawi. Fortune right back to Abadawi. Abadawi hits it too hard.
Yeah, too much loft into that one from Abadawi.
Boy, look at this, quick.
Yeah, they're ready to go. They've got some excitement, some motivation now.
43rd minute. Flag stays down. Tambakis has it red. Tune in to ESPN 3 on July 31st for a Wednesday night soccer contest in the land of enchantment. 2 of USL's newest clubs battle for playoff position as El Paso travels to New Mexico United. See it all July 31st on Wednesday night soccer on ESPN 3. Alongside Jason Gary, former Player of the Year, national champion at Maryland, MLS Cup champion with the Columbus Crew. I'm Dean Linke, delighted to be with you on ESPN Plus and in the Triangle on WRAL2. Miller trying to run it down. It'll go off of Miller. Miller doesn't think so, but it'll stay with Atlanta as we're in the 44th minute. This is the time where we try to guess how many minutes will be added. 5 goals, but pretty fluid. I'm gonna go with 2.
3.
I gave you a layup.
Yeah, come on.
I gave you a layup.
5 goals.
Bob Barker would be proud of you.
Yeah, North Carolina, they've got to get back on to the better passing, making good decisions, better movement. That's well done, though, from Chester.
Chester stays with it. What a wake-up, though, for Atlanta United, too. Down 3-0. NCFC was kind of toying a little bit, going around Atlanta United 2 like they were cones, and now we got a game.
Got a game on our hands now, Dean. Started with that goal from Will Vint, a little bit of a deflection, but got a leg into this game, got a footing in it. Really the past 15 minutes or so, 15 to 20 minutes have not been good for North Carolina FC, offensively or defensively.
Miller takes it away. Miller, good move. Miller with the cross, looking for Iwolo. Picked off again. Great job in goal for Atlanta United. Castanera has been solid. He's given up 3 goals and he's been solid.
And he's had 3 or 4 really good saves as well. This game could have been over. It could have been 5 or 6 except for his saves.
Leg is down again for Miller. Miller with
there.
2. Miller. Iwolo! And how about North Carolina FC? Miller to Iwolo. They both got 2 and it's 4-2. And winner, chicken dinner, 2 minutes of added time.
This is great stuff, though, from Stephen Miller and Donovan Iwolo. The response that Coach Dave Sarachan wants. It's a good ball again from Dre Fortune. And again, Vince Speed slipped that ball in. I don't know what the left back's doing there, but Stephen Miller, great ball. Good near post run here from Iwolo. Got in front of his defender. Just a little touch. No chance for Castanera. Look at this ball. Great touch. Good front post run from the center forward.
Iwolo runs right through him. Down goes Miller.
Excited. But he did exactly what he was supposed to as the center forward. You've got to make that near post run. You've got to get there. If the ball comes, you score. If not, somebody scores behind you.
So Iwolo now with 4 goals on the season. Miller with the 7 goals and 5 assists. And we got 2 minutes of added time. Might be a little bit more because right when they put up the 2 minutes, which in the books is a win for me, they scored that 4th goal. 6 goals here in the first half.
Fans definitely getting their money's worth, man. Some entertainment tonight. Goals everywhere.
Ian, back to Tim Bacchus.
Well done by Tim Bacchus there. Sometimes that's difficult for a goalkeeper. Just got his whole foot behind it.
Handball called against Atlanta.
Nick Platter would be proud of his goalkeeper there. Put his foot through it.
Final seconds here of this first half. Miller. And that'll be the first half whistle. 4-2, North Carolina FC on top of Atlanta United 2.
A great first 20 minutes from North Carolina FC, going up 3-0. But credit to Atlanta United 2. They got themselves back into the game with a couple of goals. But I think that one right before halftime, Stephen Miller to Donovan Iwolo, that was a killer, going in 2 goals up.
2 goals from Stephen Miller, 2 goals from Donovan Iwolo. We'll be back. Take a look around USL Championship. It's 4-2, North Carolina FC on top of Atlanta United 2.
My son had been injured and he was prescribed pain opiates. No one ever told us how highly addictive these drugs were. My initial reaction was shock. My son didn't get so deep into the dark, scary woods overnight, and it's no straight line coming back. For parents out there who don't have hope, I realize there's a lot of families that are torn apart, but families can heal. Young people can get better.
There's hope and help at drugfree.org.
I'm Rudy Tempesta. I'm 92 years old. I fought in World War II. Then I came home, worked for the post office for 70 years. I've been getting Meals on Wheels, and I enjoy it. The most important thing about Meals on Wheels is you meet the people, which to me is fantastic. You need people to keep your brain moving. That's what life is about. It's love and having a conversation with people.
Protect our kids, protect our communities, protect our waters. Unused medication poses a deadly risk to our loved ones, and flushing it could impact our environment. There's a way to get rid of leftover medication. It's safe and it's easy. Just toss it in a permanent drop box near you. Operation Medicine Drop. What's in your medicine cabinet?
I don't remember how it started.
North of that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Welcome back to Salem Stadium, WakeMed Soccer Park, Cary, North Carolina. How about this first half? You're seeing that right, folks. 6 goals in the first half. North Carolina FC shot out to a 3-0 lead. Atlanta United came back with 2, but another goal from Donovan Iwolo. He's got 2. Stephen Miller's got 2. It's 4-2 at the half. Let's take a look. Hello, everybody. Dean Linke along with Jason Gary. Great to see you here as we're getting ready to show you what's coming up for North Carolina FC. They've been so good here at home, Jason Gary.
They sure have. Haven't lost a game yet this season, but a big one. We talked about it next week. Indy 11, the team right ahead of them in the standings. They've got to have a big game. Need to get 3 points. Need to get a good result against Indy 11. And then you see at Memphis, 2 games on the road, and then back home in the end of August there against Louisville City FC. Another huge game as we go into the stretch run and try to get into the playoffs.
Very good Tampa Bay team coming as well on August 21. That's the upcoming schedule for North Carolina FC. Take a look at the upcoming games for Atlanta United too.
Again, a team that has not won a game in a couple of months. They really need something here. They got to go play Loudoun United at home. We'll go against Louisville, Swope Park Rangers away as well. So a tough run of games again for Atlanta United too.
All right, now we are ready for you. Hello, everybody. Jason Gary, Dean Linke. 6 goals in the first half, electrifying.
Yeah, an absolutely electrifying first half. We saw kind of a tale of 2 halves in the first half. We had North Carolina FC just came out firing, scored 3 goals in the first 20 minutes or so. And then Atlanta United, they got themselves back into the game. And then see at the end there, Donovan Iwolo scores a big goal to put North Carolina FC up 2 goals and in good position for the second half.
You're starting to zone in now on USL Championship action, Jason Gary. And I'll tell you what, so many storylines to follow. At the end of the day, pretty good soccer both in the Eastern Conference and Western Conference.
Absolutely, both sides of it. It's going to be a really, really cool run into the season here. See who rises up to the occasion on this end run. See who can score some goals.
Take a look here at some of the key storylines. Brian Ware all over it. Phoenix Rising. Look at that, 10 games in a row they've won.
That's pretty fantastic. You see Tampa Bay fall into New York. New York Red Bulls 2-0 again, second loss of the season. We'll see Charlotte Independence, a name we're familiar with, Mike Jeffries, who's coached a lot in these leagues, coaching MLS, assistant coach in MLS, and been all over the USL and the old NASL. He's taken charge of Charlotte, and they've been on a good run here.
Another team doing well out west is New Mexico United. Let's take a look at the great work from USL, all about New Mexico United.
It's Frater! What a hit! Crossing in, it's a goal! Keeps it knocked away myself. Omar Salgado, the hometown hero.
Streaking run from Josh Suggs.
The cross keeps the winner! Another brace! Moore!
There's so much pride in this state. There's, I think, been so much pent-up demand in people who have just been looking for a way to shine and come through, and they're so capable. Some of the best people in the world live in New Mexico.
This idea was sort of born from that, you know, why don't we have a section in our stadium that is devoted entirely to the underserved, the underprivileged, you know, maybe kids who would never have the opportunity to come do this, or public servants in our community, firefighters, teachers.
It's really about uniting to the community. It's really about seeing positive outcomes for people. When I see a positive outcome for someone and I see someone start to believe in themselves more and understand what their capabilities are, it makes me feel so happy because I think oftentimes people aren't in a situation where they're able to really fully shine. And we have, individually, we have so much inside. It's probably so much more than we're even allowed or think we can give every day. So let's create a platform that gives and encourages giving and encourages community. And I think if we do that, we can make a real change.
For example, we have the YMCA coming, so we gave 75 tickets there. There was 150 tickets went to Herman Sanchez Community Center, and then the others went to other kids in the community that really would not have this opportunity.
But by the way, if it was gone and someone else wanted to get in, we'd make it happen. It's for everybody.
So it's a way to spread goodwill in our own community to the people who need it most.
It's not just about a game anymore. New Mexico is really out there making a statement.
We wanted everybody from Albuquerque to Santa Fe to the eastern and western corners of the state, southern. You're part of this team. You're part of this family. It's a movement really more than anything else, and we want everyone to know that they're a part of it. That's what our name means, United.
Great night for soccer. WakeMed Soccer Park, Salem Stadium. North Carolina FC on top of Atlanta United 2 by a score of 4-2. And Yamakani Chester, no surprise, part of the USL Championship Team of the Week.
Yeah, you start scoring goals, you get on the Team of the Week, and he's done well. Good performance here tonight. Kellen Rowe there for Sporting, getting on it. Good all over the league. Some talented players coming up.
Brian Ware telling me Romero stood on his head in goal for Bethlehem Steel, making some big-time saves, as that's your USL Team of the Week. And let's take a look at some other scores around the country after we look at the standings. Tampa Bay, you see that 43 points. New York Red Bulls at 41. And that just sets up, again, that Indy 11 North Carolina FC matchup next Saturday.
Yeah, next week it's going to be a huge one. You see Indy 11. Few games in hand on North Carolina FC, so it's huge. If North Carolina FC can win that game, put themselves in a really good position, take a good run in, try to catch up to New York Red Bulls 2 and Tampa Bay Rowdies for the end of the season.
Every game counts right now, obviously, as we look at the scores around the country. By the way, the Charleston Battery in their bus were involved in an accident. The word is everybody's okay. Some players being evaluated, but that game's been postponed. We hope everybody's okay.
I hope everybody's okay. And I'm looking at that Nashville SC Indy 11 game. That's going to be a good one. We come out on top in that one.
Pittsburgh on top of Hartford also by a score of 4-2. That's the score here. North Carolina FC 4, Atlanta United 2-2. Back with more from WakeMed Soccer Park and Salem Stadium on ESPN Plus and WRAL2.
Disaster can strike at any moment. But fortunately, Strategic Systems has got your back. If your data has been compromised, disaster recovery services from Strategic Systems will have you up and running in no time. Your data is critical. Protect it.
Back on the road. Back in the saddle. Back to the land. Back in the game. Back in the swing of things. Back in the groove. WakeMed Orthopedics, the exceptional care you need to get back your life.
Continental tires are built for the road, connecting you to all of life's adventures. Whether you drive to live or live to drive, Continental tires deliver the performance you need to tackle those adventures with confidence. Continental Tire, for what you do.
A month from now, you'll be a little older. A year from now, you'll be a little wiser. Will you be stronger? Your best is not behind you. Look forward.
Welcome back to WakeMed Soccer Park, Salem Stadium. Halftime here, everybody having a good time. Why not? 6 goals in the first half. North Carolina FC doubling up Atlanta United 2 by a score of 4-2. Alongside the great Jason Gary, I'm Dean Linke, our great crew under the direction of Kyle Lang, and all of the fans. Obviously, they're just chilling out, but they were treated to a great first half.
I mean, 6 goals in 45 minutes. What can you ask for? That's great stuff. Both teams. We see North Carolina FC got off to such a hot start. Great movement. It's a good ball into the box. And watch this finish, though, from Donovan Iwolo. Great header back by Ben Spies, and Iwolo just absolutely smashes that ball into the back of the net. No chance for Dylan Casanera in the Atlanta goal to do anything about this one. Look at this strike. Boom, back of the net.
Great header by Spies to find Iwolo. And that was a good indication that we were going to have a great first half.
Yeah, and they just were so confident, North Carolina FC, on the ball. They're passing, their movement. Look at the options you have here. Nazmi Abadawi finds Stephen Miller with a great pass and a great finish from Militam there, getting on the score sheet. I stole it from you, Dean.
Nazmi Abadawi to Stephen Miller. So great to see those two connect again.
Yeah, and it was just all North Carolina FC. It looked like Atlanta United, too, was not interested in playing. And we see this one here, another chance. Good header out there, punch out there by the goalkeeper. Great fortune, intelligent pass here. Goes back to Ben Spies, and watch this run on the back post. Look at Iwolo, he's got his hand up, said, send me the ball, give me the ball. Great ball from Spies across the mouth of the goal. And Stephen Miller with the easiest goal he will ever score from 3 yards out. But look at this ball from Spies and Iwolo on the back post, getting it done.
Well, remember Iwolo finding Miller because those two would link up again, but not before Atlanta United 2 made some noise.
Yeah, here's Will Vent, the center midfielder, coming up. It's a great strike on goal from him. A little bit of a deflection, but it goes right past Alex Tambakis into the upper 90, deflected off there, Aaron Guillen's knee. Atlanta United 2 just getting some momentum, getting back in the game, a little bit of belief. And know what happened? They kept after it, and they scored another goal and made this thing real interesting here in the first half.
Yeah, a little sloppy play, turnover, and then the pounce right here.
Yeah, Kenny Kamana right here. Good finish from him. Load through Alex Tambakis' legs, and Atlanta United 2, they had all the momentum, all the pressure. They tried to create a few more chances, but then in the end, right before halftime, North Carolina FC extends their lead here. Good ball again from Spies, playing creator. Stephen Miller down the right-hand side. Great run from Iwolo, and a simple tap-in at the near post. And those two goals apiece. See what happens in the second half.
Brace for Iwolo, runs right through Miller, who's also got a brace and an assist. Iwolo's got an assist. Both of them delivering points.
And you see the big edge and shots on target and possession for North Carolina FC. We talked about Atlanta United 2. They have the ability to counter and make something happen with the speed they have up top. We'll see how North Carolina FC comes out in this second half. They get right on the gas pedal and try to put this game away, or Atlanta United 2 hang around a little bit.
So there is going to be a change as Laurent Kissadou is into the game for Coach Glass and Atlanta United 2. So Kissadou wearing number 11 for the team in white. That's Atlanta United 2. Has checked in. Confirm who he's in for. So Laurent Kissadou, and it looks like it's going to be Patrick Okonkwo who's going to come out, number 35. Fortune had his pocket pick that time. It'll go back to Atlanta. Victor Igbekoy will give it to DJ Taylor. As Taylor will be right in front of us here. We're in the perch. Best seat in the house always, right, Jason Gary, where we are.
Sure is.
Fortune and Stephen Miller left just a tad early. And now a little bit of pushing and shoving there. Nazmi Abadawi. I believe that's Carlton, right? That got right in his face.
Yeah, Abadawi and Carlton, they went chin to chin. I'm not sure what happened. It was off the ball after the play was over.
Cosby Abadawi on the left. Andrew Carlton wearing number 30.
They're still talking a little bit here. More to come in that little argument here the rest of this game.
See the bench there for Dave Sarakin and North Carolina FC. Duval, P-Wall on the bench, Austin DeLuz, Austin Poncho, Graham Smith, Robbie Christo, Caleb Duvernay, and the backup goalkeeper Darren McLeod. That's the bench tonight for Dave Sarakin and North Carolina FC. They lead it 4-2. Brotherton.
Carlton wanted no part of that challenge. If you see when that ball is in flight.
Brotherton, a player who plays beyond his years, so much maturity. And Dave Sarakin said he thinks that's a Kiwi thing. Just something about the way they're brought up, or he just carries himself, a lot of presence.
I tend to agree. The natives of New Zealand I've played with, pretty mature players.
Dre Fortune.
You won't see a lot of dancing on the ball and too much flashiness. I think that's bred out of them at a young age, maybe, for better or worse.
Yeah, well said, indeed. Jason Gary. Jason Gary, Wyatt, Gunner, Sailor, and Little West at home with perhaps the hero of all heroes.
100%.
Mrs. Gary, what a champ.
Man, I don't know how she does it.
49th minute, Taylor. Boy, the way Iwolo has been running off the shoulders of those center backs, solid.
Great point, Dean. I mean, he's been excellent. His runs, he's not just jogging, he's sprinting. He's making sure the player with the ball knows that he wants it. Even if he doesn't get it, he's going to make that run full speed. Try to make it difficult for these defenders.
Say hello to Mark Glazier, who is in the house by way of Brazil, now lives in Vancouver. Wanted to get to Wake Met Soccer Park and take in a game with Craig and Sarah Sword. Good to have them here, as that one will roll out of bounds. Coach Glass looking on. What was his message at halftime?
And I think it would be a combination of optimism and hey, great job getting back into the game, but giving up that goal right before halftime was a killer. And then just the way the team started, be disappointed in them for their effort, I think, in the first 20 minutes or so.
Yamakani Chester, he's got one speed, folks. Miller over to Abadawi. Abadawi hoping Iwolo was ready for it. 50th minute. Boy, 5 minutes have flown by already. Good little spin by Kissadoo off the bench for Coach Glass and Atlanta United 2, as we say hello to the great fans for Atlanta United 2. As we said earlier, such a great organization, so much pride, so much success.
It's a good ball there. I think it was Will Venn, again, the goal scorer, laying Kissadoo in.
Kissadoo, good ball, but Abadawi cleans it up. Back to Igbekoy. One deep here by Benitez, who had a pretty good defensive play in the first half. If you're just joining us, 2 goals by Donovan Iwolo and 2 goals by Stephen Miller. Part of this 4-2 lead for North Carolina FC. Benitez, Kissadoo, the creative one, Kana Kamana, who's got 3 goals in his last 2 games. That's pretty good.
It's been a pretty good run. It was a great finish. But really not many options for the attacking players for Atlanta United 2, excuse me.
Get updates and alerts all year long by following your club on ESPN.com. Search for North Carolina FC and then click the follow button to keep up with the latest news and scores. Plus, get reminders on North Carolina FC's next match. Go to ESPN.com now and click follow for your club. Ian
is off.
Tracking back, but offside.
Yeah, Kamano was one step offside. I don't think the ball was intended for him. Good call by the assistant referee. And we'll see it here. I think it was meant for his partner up there, but Kamano a step offside. Good line there. Big McCoy.
Slow to get up is Guillen. I want to thank our crew, Kyle Lang, Joe Farrar, Savannah Revel, Colin Thrash, Ian Lang, Chris Walsh, Curtis Adams, Trevor Gorman, Tim Arms, and the man running the entire show, Brian Ware. DJ Taylor. Foul call. This Abu Dhabi Carlton matchup, it's going to be fun to watch here, I think.
Yeah, I like it. They're after each other a little bit. No cards yet. The next foul from either one of them will be a yellow for sure. Referee, I think, doing a pretty good job here saying, hey, you two, knock it off.
Atlanta will play it all the way back. 55th minute. Victor Igbekoy taken down. We'll go the other way. We mentioned Kendall Edwards will play soccer at NC State. The NC State softball coach is here tonight as we take a look at this replay.
Yeah, well done by Igbekoy here, and I think he just goes down after the pull there. Like Kamano goes down, draws the foul. The game's starting to get stretched, Dean. Both teams, there's a lot of distance between the center backs from each team and their forwards.
Youngsters. Yeah, they're so young. 4 academy players.
Will Riley, man, mixing it up in there. I like it. Young gun from Atlanta United too.
Chester started to say Jennifer Patrick Swift, the NC State softball coach, is in the house with their 3 adorable daughters. Over the top to Chester.
Unlucky there from Great Fortune. I like the look though. I like the idea. Difficult technique, almost pulled it off.
Speaking of pulling it off, I would have loved to see Jason Gary pull off the hairdo of Yamakani Chester. That would have been worth it.
I could never pull that off, Dean. Come on.
Throw in far side for Atlanta United 2.
Considering I cut my own hair until I got married, you know.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Donovan Iwolo having himself a good one.
Good run.
Miller's making a run as well. Iwolo cuts it back. Gets it on his right foot. He'll find Abadawi. Abadawi always makes the right pass, doesn't he? Taylor now.
Ooh.
Knocked out of bounds as Miller was ready to spin.
Yeah, Benitez really took a gamble there if he misses that. Stephen Miller is off and running. They've had a lot of joy down this right-hand side, North Carolina FC.
Fortune. Great sliding tackle there by Will Vint. Vint's got one of the 2 goals. Kisadoo, Fortune trying to close. Kisadoo is in. Still loose. Referee keeps it alive, and now Taylor. Miller somehow stays with it, and he is manhandled.
You want to see from North Carolina FC right now, can they raise the level a little bit here? Can they raise the level 5 or 10%, 15%, find a goal, and really shut this game down? Are they going to let Atlanta United 2 just kind of hang around? They get a 3rd goal, make it interesting.
Taylor over to Fortune. Miller takes a shot, looks like to the mouth. And
see it here, we get a little bit of replay here. Yeah, a little shoulder to the jaw there of Stephen Miller. The referee, though, has done a good job tonight. He's kind of let the guys play a little bit. Thrown out cards. He's done a good job for me.
I agree. Kisadoo. Miller gave Kisadoo a little check back right there.
More to come on that one as well.
59th minute. DJ Taylor is there. Good ball, little spin. Kept alive. Barajas, Kisadoo. Knocked out of bounds, will be a corner kick. Corner kick, Atlanta United.
Yeah, good opportunity for Atlanta United here. To breathe a little bit, some possession in North Carolina FC's end. Carlton, see what we can draw up here on this corner kick. Some pretty big targets there. It's the big guy Kendall Edwards coming up from the back.
60th minute, corner kick, driven in, headed out of there.
Riley.
By Miller, it'll fall.
Ooh.
Another deflection, another corner kick Atlanta United.
That was a good hit by Will Riley, took a good first touch and drove that thing on target.
Carlton again hits sharply, and that one almost snuck in, hitting off the head there of Brandon Clagan.
Flag it there, that was a free header, 6 yards out.
Chester, he never stops moving, right? He's always ready to go with the burners.
He sure is. And interesting for North Carolina FC, we can see on the sideline here, no one warming up yet. Coach Dave Sarachan happy with what he sees out there, but no one of the substitutes out there getting ready to go in the game.
Dave Sarachan thinks it should be North Carolina FC ball. They'll call the foul on Miller. Good little touches. Chester for me has been just as busy defensively as he has been on the attack side.
And he's been the one player in the second half for North Carolina FC that's shown a little desire to get forward and make something happen. Here we go.
Ben Spees. Abadawi looking for Chester. Almost out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for North Carolina FC. 62nd minute. Jason, your thoughts on the home team with a 4-2 lead?
I think the first 20 minutes, obviously the first half was excellent. The second half so far, just not as clean, not as much movement. Need to be a little bit better here. They're going to let Atlanta United 2 back in this game. If they find that 5th goal, I feel like there's no real coming back for Atlanta United 2, but find a way to get it.
Fortune over to Brotherton. Chester goes out of bounds, and it'll stay with North Carolina FC.
Coach Serica thinking here, what is he going to do? Is he going to make some subs? He's got guys like Austin DeLuz, Robbie Cristo. The center forward could be an option to change things up a little bit. Or he just ride it out.
Long throw in to Iwolo. Boy, Vince's been good, isn't he?
Yeah, he has.
Run out of the back, Benitez. Guillen. We've talked about him before, Jason Gary. Aaron Guillen, kind of a silent assassin, doesn't probably get enough credit for being a quality soccer player.
He could play any position on the back line, a natural left back, but he's played center back for this team. Tonight playing left back, but he's physical, big guy, hard to get around, got a great left foot. Very good for North Carolina FC this year.
Whistle against North Carolina FC. Laurent Kissadou has brought some energy off the bench for Atlanta United too.
He sure has on this left-hand side. Another young guy, 19 or 20 years old. See Carlton here. He specifically said, let's take our time with this free kick. Let's see what he can dial up. Young product from their academy. A lot of the Atlanta United fans are excited about his potential at the MLS level. Haven't really seen it yet. Let's see it.
Carlton. Good little flick, and Tambakis. I love that play right there. If you can catch it, go ahead and catch it. That's exactly what Tambakis did.
Well done. Great free kick, though. Good header on target, and Tambakis in the right spot. You're right, Dean. Instead of punching over the goal, caught it. Showed he's under control. Good stuff from Alex Tambakis.
Nasby Abadawi has been on point. Taylor, kind of a brave ball there.
Yeah, North Carolina FC, they're in a situation where they're not really pressing, but they're not really dropping off. They're doing this in-between thing. So they're doing a lot of chasing around the field when Atlanta United gets the ball. It's offside. Good line.
He was offside and out of bounds.
Yeah. Brotherton and Igbokoy, great line there from the two center backs. We'll see it here. Good ball in from Carlton with pace. Good little flicked header. That ball's going in the net. Tambakis, excellent job. He knew where he was. Excellent job by the goalkeeper. You want the goal signal, right? You want to see the ball kind of hit the line but not go over, right?
Exactly. Yeah. He took a couple steps back in there, right?
There we go. There's the card between Abadawi and Carlton. We've been waiting on it.
And Carlton's going to get the first one.
He just got that attitude, that look about him. He might not end up getting another one here before the game's over. Let's see what he does here. See the replay. Good spin by Abadawi. Yep, just two hands, drags him down. Still dragging him down. And I think the referees handled that very well. A couple little skirmishes, and then the next foul is going to be a card for either player.
Great trap from Iwolo. Trying to stay with it, but has it ripped away. Yamakani Chester. DJ Taylor. Taylor with Ben Spees. Over to Fortune. Fortune, little touch. Fortune stays with it. Fortune back across, trying to find Miller. And just a little too long.
Much better stuff from North Carolina FC. That was excellent. Almost finding it in the back post. We'll see it here. Good touch from Fortune. Give and go all over the place. Excellent touch. Plays it across, and Miller just can't quite get on the end of it.
Flag stays down. Tambakis comes all the way out. Spees.
The ball.
Chester taken down.
Great tackle.
Yeah, you're right. Got the ball first, you know, so.
I think that was Edwards coming across. The fans want a foul, but I think that's a great ball, first of all, from Spees. Look at that. Foot on the ball. That's a great challenge for me. Last second challenge by the center back. It's a little slow to get up. But again, great ball, great distribution from Ben Spees, and Chester had a chance at it.
Carlton. Hard tackle by Guillen. Carlton stays on his feet. Vint, right side. Four to 2. That's our halftime score. As we're walking you up to minute 70. Still 4-2, Jason Gary.
Yeah, North Carolina FC, though, creating a few chances here in the last 5 minutes or so. Look pretty comfortable, though, defensively.
Brotherton, Nazmi Abadawi, neat little flick. Atlanta United 2 going to make another change. Nifty move by one of the youngsters, Will Riley. Here comes a shot. Good tackle late by Brotherton. And they're going to say goal kick. And now here comes Luis Fernando, and this is the player that Coach Glass spent some extra time with you and I talking about.
Yeah, he sure did. Before the game, when we were talking to Coach Glass, he said, hey, if we're in this game in the second half, Luis Fernando is a player, number 7. He comes into this thing. He can do something special. He can create something for us. And if the game is close, we're going to bring him in. So here he comes, 20 minutes or so to go in regulation. See what he can bring. Can he get something going for this Atlanta United 2 team?
There's a player down for Atlanta United 2 with some cramp issues. So it'll serve as a bit of a hydration break for both teams. And while we do that hydration break, I can tell you that the USL unveiled its elite youth platform, USL Academy. And this allows clubs at all levels across the USL to develop its local youth and compete at the highest level across the United States, including the USL Academy Cup. For more information, visit uslsoccer.com/academy. Two goals from Donovan Iwolo, 2 goals from Stephen Miller.
Atlanta's third substitution in the 71st minute of play coming out of the game. Number 34, Kendall Edwards.
Going to be another sub here is Kendall Edwards, the future member of the NC State Wolfpack, the player that was cramping. And Garrison Tubbs, number 42, is going to come on. I believe that's it. All the subs now for Atlanta United 2. Dave Sarakin does have everybody up, as Jason Gary told you earlier, everybody up and running. Be interested to see if Austin DeLuz gets a spell out there, as he was going to start that game against Loudoun United, and the day before the game hurt his foot again.
Yeah, it'd be good to get him a little bit of a run out, just depending on his fitness level. I can see Robbie Christo coming in as well. Looks like Iwolo's having a little bit of issue with his foot out there as well.
72nd minute. Don't forget, next Saturday, Indy 11, right here, came on the show, on the air, showing you the standings. Indy 11, 3 points north of North Carolina FC. So that game will mean so much, because not only do you want to get in the top 8, right, make the playoffs, but getting that top 4, that's big.
And you get the seeding, and you get an opportunity to push the club down a little bit and show that, hey, if we meet in the playoffs, we could take care of business against you.
Fortune to Spees to Abadawi. Nice and clean, quick touches. Now Chester, he'll hang on to it, perhaps a second too long, gives it to Spees. Fortune shows. And that's the newest player, big, tall, lanky Tubbs, who gets a piece of it. Benitez has been good at the left back, serving a ball across. Tambakis is gonna leave it. Shot not there, ambitious there from Luis Fernando.
Yeah, that's the player, though. He's trying to get involved. He's trying to make something happen, just getting subbed on. Obviously got the technique all wrong on that one. Says, I'm sorry, buddies. Sorry, fellas. But Coach Glass said he can do something special, and that's why he put him on the field. Left foot.
You can see the South Suite up on the big screen. Dre Fortune over to Guillen. Right side was Taylor. Spees, look at this ball. You knew it was coming. Perfectly weighted. First time, Taylor, what a ball! What a ball from Spees. What a ball from Taylor. And Iwolo almost had the hat trick.
Yeah, what a ball from, look at this ball from DJ Taylor. This is a great first time cross, and it's a pretty spectacular challenge there. The guy that just got subbed onto the field, I think it was Garrison Tubbs, got his foot in there to prevent Donovan Iwolo from getting his hat trick. Good look at DJ Taylor, whipping the ball across the box, putting it in a dangerous area.
Dre Fortune with the corner. Diving header coming forward was Aaron Guillen. Pretty athletic play right there, but could not get his head on it. Jason, you look around and it's a bigger crowd than you might imagine. You look over at the high stands far side. There's a couple hundred people up there. All the suites are full up, and every section has some fans in it. Good night to watch some soccer, especially a team that people are starting to talk about. I mean, this team is getting it done no matter who's out there.
Yeah, they're making things happen, and big things going on with a stadium proposal downtown. This is a good time to be involved in North Carolina FC. It'd be great to keep this really good play up, get into the playoffs, make a run at a championship.
Taylor trying to find Iwolo. Looks like Austin DeLuz is going to get a chance to come in. Clint P.A. And Taylor will earn the foul.
Yep. DJ Taylor doing the work, Dean. Both sides of the ball, getting crosses in. But always defensively, always aware, always putting his body on the line here. This is just great stuff. Just using his body, positioning, taking the foul, taking the hit, and then draws the foul. Here's a good opportunity here to put one in the box.
th minute. Abadawi. Fortune. Tough ball for Guillen. Yeah, he stays with it. Great call, Jason Gary. Chester thought he was going to attack, but he spun back around. Too early to worry about the clock. Spees now.
Yeah. Oh, he was trying to reward Taylor. DJ Taylor made a great run, but now he's got to get back. The counter from Atlanta's on.
Carlton. Carlton's got that yellow card. Slide it through. Good work by Riley. Kissadoo. Kissadoo creates his own space, keeps it low. Tambakis had the near post covered though.
Yeah, he did, but again, the counter from Atlanta United too. North Carolina FC's got to do a better job of being aware. That's really all they've had. Today, see Austin DeLuz coming on the field. He's the guy that can organize that in midfield and prevent that from happening.
Tune in to ESPN3 on July 31st for a Wednesday night soccer contest in the land of enchantment. Two of USL's newest clubs battle for playoff position as El Paso travels to New Mexico United. See it all July 31st on Wednesday night soccer on ESPN3. Guillen. Guillen showing some skills here tonight. Maybe a little off on that one shot he took, Jason Gary, but
it's a defender. Come on.
Chester back to Fortune. Graham Smith. Looks like he may get on about the same time Austin DeLuz gets on. Another honest player for Dave Sarakin.
He's just trying to settle down the midfield a little bit. It looks like it's going to be Chester, Yamakani Chester. Thought he had a very good game for North Carolina FC. Lots of energy. Tried to be dangerous, did the work defensively. It'll certainly be a different look with Austin DeLuz playing out there on the left-hand side.
For number 11, Yamakani Chester. North Carolina FC substitution in the 79th minute of play coming out of the game. Chester coming in. Number 6 is Austin DeLuz.
Austin DeLuz having a laugh there with Coach Glass. Obviously they know each other. DeLuz been here 8 years. And Yamakani Chester, everybody standing up for him. We talked about the joy he brings to the game. Fun to watch.
Yeah, I thought he had a really good game. See Austin DeLuz, so good at possession, so good with that left foot. Just come in and settle the game down a little bit.
Kissadoo. '80th minute. Don't forget, Manny Perez is still with the club as well. He had that high ankle injury, of course, went back over to Europe, but he's been back in camp. And talk about another different level type player, a player that's dynamic and can change the game all by himself.
Yeah, absolutely, he's been very good this season. His first season as a pro, taking some time to get into the pro game and the increased speed coming from college. Nasby had a good game as well. Saw that great assist for Stephen Miller in his fitness. Awesome special things from him tonight.
Nasby Abadawi. High fives from everybody. Yeah, his best game, I think, since coming back to North Carolina FC. Would you agree, Jason?
Yeah, I agree. Especially the first half, the first 30 minutes or so of this game, he was all over the place, playing balls in, being creative. And he's playing a little bit deeper than he's used to as well. Still making an impact.
'82nd minute. Benitez. Taylor. Great job breaking that up. Now Smith, a little dangerous there. Comes in with a high boot. Carlton right there. Remember, Carlton's already got that one yellow. Carlton getting involved. Victor Igbekoy.
He's in some pain right now.
Wonder if he's cramping up as well. Dave Sarakin's used 2 of his 3 subs. See if he'll look to try to find a defender. Flag is up offside.
Igbekoye, something's going on. I think you're right, Dean. Might be a cramp, but couldn't move there to get to that ball. He's got a lot of muscle to cramp there too, Dean. You see that calf?
Yeah.
Goodness.
Some power. That is some power. He is a specimen. Victor Igbekoye, veteran player. It's a really nice mixture of young players for Dave Sarakin with veteran leadership.
Yeah.
Kurt Johnson, they've done a nice job putting this team together. The depth has been there. And now they got more depth in that back line because of Victor Igbekoye.
Yeah, he's done a good job here tonight.
Caleb Duvernay, I think, will probably come on for Igbekoye, and then you'll see that versatility, right, of Guillen. They'll slide Guillen over. This is another solid pickup, former NC State player. They've needed him. Donovan Iwolo. Iwolo, little nutmeg, stays with it. It's been the Iwolo and Miller show for sure. But really, collectively as a unit, solid performance. And give Atlanta United, too, a whole lot of credit, though, for not hanging their head down 3-0.
Yeah, they fought their way back into it in that first half. Really haven't offered a whole lot here in the second half.
Spees.
Iwolo is gassed, man. He's been running so much. Is it a 50-yard sprint to keep that ball in? Great job by him.
That's what he does, too.
Yeah.
Defensively, too, he'll do the work. Igbekoye. Good ball to Fortune. He's got Miller on the right. Iwolo on the left. Fortune can shoot it here too, folks. Left foot shot! Oh! Off the post. Dre Fortune. What a shot. Unlucky handball. Referee doesn't see it. It'll stay with Miller. What a shot from Fortune. You can bet Ian Lang will give us a look at that next opportunity. How many times have we seen Fortune with limited space get off a remarkable shot?
Yeah, and it could ping him either way. Left foot, right foot, doesn't matter. It was a great strike by him. A little unlucky coming off the post.
Here we go.
Yeah, we'll see it here. This is great stuff from Dre Fortune. A little glance over his shoulder. That's a heck of a strike there. Look at this thing.
Oh.
No chance for the goalkeeper. Unlucky to come off the post. But he's so good, left foot, right foot. He gets that shot off. You're right, Dean, so quickly. Doesn't give anybody a chance to react.
How about that shot right there? Victor Igbekoye come out for Caleb Duvernay. That smile says it all right there.
A little cramping, nothing really can do about that, but great performance by him. Slotting in at center back, not his normal position, but I thought he handled himself very well here tonight.
Look, the word family is probably overused in sports too much, but you get the sense with this team, players, coaches, their training staff, they're together.
Yeah, they got a good mix. And it's important. Most championship teams have that good feeling, good mix. Guys get along, able to challenge each other, but get along for the most part.
Nice give and go here. Atlanta United, too. These youngsters got a lot of spirit, a lot of quality. Kiss-a-do trying to take on 5 blue jerseys. Coach Glass still up, directing traffic, still teaching, building for the future. That's what it's about. Ben Spees just got away. No, Iwolo runs it down. Iwolo trying to stay with it. They'll give it back to Austin DeLuz. Dre Fortune. DeLuz stays over on the left side. Spees will survey. He's got DJ Taylor. Taylor. What do you think, Jason Gary, about this North Carolina FC team?
I think they've got a chance. I think they've got a good mix. They're playing some good soccer. They're able to score goals. Defensively, they've been strong. It's all about getting on a little bit of a run here at the end of the season. Some good results, get into the playoffs, and then make something happen. But I think they've got the belief, Dean. I think they've got enough pieces where Coach Dave Sarakin can mix and match and get the right pieces on the field to make a run at this thing.
Big game next Saturday against.
It'll be telling. It's not by any means a must-win type of game.
Not at all.
But,
no, but
it's a one of those barometer games. Man, we make something happen here against one of the best teams in the league. You know you got a chance to win this thing.
Well, and they're two standalone teams, which you know what I mean by that, right? Teams with veteran players, built with a mission. I think it'll tell us a lot.
Yeah, that's going to be a hard-fought game next week. You're watching this one on TV. Come out and get some tickets for that one next week. It'll be a good one.
Martin Rennie, former coach here for the club, went to Vancouver, then over to South Korea and found his way back. USL Championship with Indy 11. Caleb Duvernay, good left foot, headed out. He's got another chance though. See if he'll send it in. He'll elect to go back to Graham Smith. Ben Spees. Duvernay, Caleb Duvernay. Brotherton, tough ball for DJ Taylor. 90th minute. It's only fair if we let Mr. Gary go first. You can't look down.
2 minutes.
I'm going to go 3, easy.
2 minutes.
I think I'm 2-0.
Find out here in a second.
You just gave me a gift right there, I think. Dave Sarakin looking on.
Hey, why not Dre Fortune, huh? You know he can hit him. Watch it. You know he can hit him. We'll see what happens here. Maybe he plays it safe, but
Fortune gives it a go. One bounce.
Wasn't what I was expecting. I knew he was going to take the shot, but I thought he was going to try to really get after it. Didn't quite get the power on it, the pace that he needed.
Couple seconds away from seeing that 3 go up on the board. No, it's 2. 2 minutes, good call.
Take that $100 after the game.
That'll roll out of bounds. All right, 2 minutes of added time as North Carolina FC got out to that 3-0 lead early against Coach Glass and Atlanta United 2. And North Carolina FC with this win, assuming they can hang on in this minute and 20 seconds, will move to 10 wins against 4 losses, 7 draws, and 37 points. Tied with Indy 11, depending on what they do.
Yeah, it's been a good performance, though, Dean. Especially the first half. They came out with the right attitude, aggressive from the start, good finishing. And in the second half, it's been a matter of just controlling the game, managing the game, making sure Atlanta United, too, doesn't claw their way back into it, and they've done a good job.
Atlanta United 2, not done. Carlton has it taken away. Kissidu. DJ Taylor doesn't bite. Carlton. Guillen doesn't bite, just pokes it away, and then Carlton, remember, he's already got that one yellow.
I told you to be close to going.
Yeah, he almost got it. That's the final whistle, final score. North Carolina FC 4, Atlanta United 2-2.
Atlanta United 2 put up a good fight, but North Carolina FC, the better team here tonight. Great finishing in the first half, did what they need to do. Atlanta United 2 just didn't have enough firepower, Dean, didn't have enough experience to really make a game of this thing, but credit to North Carolina. They got the 3 points at home, still undefeated at home. Big game coming up next week.
Handshakes coming around that game next week. Indy 11 will be here at 7 o'clock. You see these youngsters. There's Clint Piet, assistant coach for North Carolina FC. Donovan Iwolo, another great game.
Yeah, it was excellent here tonight. Couple of goals. Dangerous, made the runs, did the defensive work. He was on fire tonight, and that'll build some confidence with him moving forward.
Updated
standings, yeah.
Yeah, updated standings, well done by our crew. Savannah, Rosanna Dana getting it updated, 37 points.
That's good stuff. Do a tie there for 4th place. The 11, you see those games in hand. That's why this one next week, Dean, is so big. North Carolina FC kind of call those 6-pointers, getting in the second half of this season. Right, denying the 11 3 points, get 3 points of your own.
Yeah, that's a great point. Indy 11's only played 18 games. I can't wait for that one because,
a good one.
Yeah, because you know what I'm talking about. These other teams using these academy players, but Indy 11 is built just like this team right here.
Yeah, they're built to win a championship, right? Built to contend for a USL championship. We see it there. Indy 11 here at home. They got to travel to Memphis. The Riverhounds back home in Tampa. Pretty good stuff. That one at Louisville FC, that's not an easy one either. That's a good team. So interesting schedule, but Indy 11, I think you're right, Dean. I think that's one of those games you can kind of measure yourself a little bit.
Final thoughts on what you saw, particularly the great start from North Carolina FC.
Just thought they came out with the right attitude. They were aggressive from the front. And I think when you're playing against a team that hasn't won in a couple months, that's overmatched, you just got to start strong, and they did. They scored 3 goals in the first 20 minutes or so.
I want to thank our crew under the direction of Kyle Lang and also Jorge Acuna with North Carolina FC, Joe Ferreira, Savannah Revel, Colin Thrash, Ian Lang, Brian Ware, Chris Walsh, Curtis Adams, Trevor Gorman, Tim Arms, the great Jason Gary. I'm Dean Linke. How about North Carolina FC? Another win, 10 on the seasons. Iwolo gets 2, Miller gets 2. And North Carolina FC wins it 4-2 here in Cary.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.
My son had been injured and he was prescribed pain opiates. No one ever told us how highly addictive these drugs were. My initial reaction was shock. My son didn't get so deep into the dark, scary woods overnight, and it's no straight line coming back. For parents out there who don't have hope, I realize there's a lot of families that are torn apart, but families can heal. Young people can get better.
There's hope and help at drugfree.org.
I'm Rudy Tempesta. I'm 92 years old. I fought in World War II. Then I came home, worked for the post office for 70 years. I've been getting Meals on Wheels, and I enjoy it. The most important thing about Meals on Wheels is you meet the people, which to me is fantastic. You need people to keep your brain moving. That's what life is about. It's love and having a conversation with people.
Protect our kids. Protect our communities. Protect our waters. Unused medication poses a deadly risk to our loved ones, and flushing it could impact our environment. There's a way to get rid of leftover medication. It's safe and it's easy. Just toss it in a permanent drop box near you. Operation Medicine Drop. What's in your medicine cabinet?
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Kana Kamana, bienvenue.